Now, what are the exam details and dates? As I told you earlier, there are 3 levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, there are 3 levels, and typically, if you are the fastest student, you are very sharp, you are able to clear everything, even then it will take you at least 2 years to clear CFA. It will take at least 2 years for you to clear CFA. Why is that? You will understand as I take you through it. So, you see, level 1 exams are held 4 times a year, and note my friends, these are computer based exams. These are computer based exams, and level 1 exams are fully MCQs, and they are independent MCQs. What do I mean by independent MCQs? So, you have a question, you have an answer. These are not necessarily case study based. So, they use the word case studies or Vignet, they call it as Vignet. So, Vignets or case studies based questions appear in level 2 and level 3. Independent MCQs appear in level 1, and exams are held 4 times a year: February, May, August, November. Now, this entire cycle has been changed multiple times, especially because of COVID. Earlier, when I wrote, it used to be, exams used to be held only twice a year, right? Now, they are held 4 times a year, and the 10-year pass percentage for CFA level 1 is 41%. Okay, it is 41%, 10-year average. So, on an average, if 100 people write, 41% people of them have passed over the last 10 years with respect to CFA level 1. Now, does it mean that CFA level 1 is a tough exam? Does it mean that CFA level 1 is, extremely difficult to clear? Honestly, if you ask me, that is not the case. CFA level 1 is not a very tough exam. It is a moderately tough exam. If you study properly, then it is actually an easy exam, right? It is very tough if you have not touched your books. If you, partly touched, know some concepts, it is moderately tough. If you have spent enough time, let's say, 300 hours is what the institute generally recommends, you spend 300 hours preparing for all the subjects. What are the subjects? Will come to that. Then it is a fairly easy exam. It is nothing complicated, right? So, level 1 exams are held 4 times a year, as I said. Then let us come to level 2. Level 2 exams are held 3 times a year, and this has short case studies followed by MCQs. Please note that short case studies, and 10-year pass rate is 45%. So, exams are held in May, August and November. There is no February, okay. This is the level 2 exams. Now, coming to level 3. Level 3 exams are short case studies followed by essay type questions and MCQs. So, there is an essay type question also. So, there is an essay type question in level 3. Please note. So, first 2 levels, no essay type. Both levels MCQs. First level is independent MCQs, second level is case study based MCQs, third level is case study based MCQs plus essay type questions, right? And the exams are held twice a year, February and August. And what is the 10-year pass percentage? Roughly 52%. So, on an average, 50% of the people pass. You take 41, 45, 52, thereabouts. It can be plus or minus 5%, but 50% of the people pass, right? Now, this is what the exam is all about. That is, what is the examination cycle and how is the exam held? As I said, computer based exam. Now, if you come to understanding what is taught in CFA or what will you learn in CFA. So, what will one learn in CFA? See, these are the topics. If you come to level 1, right, there is something called ethics and professional standards. Now, I want to make this very, very clear to you guys. CFA as a profession, right? When people pursue CFA, they get into organizations where they handle large amounts of money and where there is lot of scope, there is lot of temptation for somebody to be greedy, unethical, immoral, commit fraud. All those scopes exist. I am not saying everybody does that. I am saying the scopes exist. So, the CFA profession takes very, very serious view of the ethical behavior of its professionals or its charter holders. So, ethics, if you see here, right, in level 1 is 15 to 20% of the total syllabus is ethics. Level 2, 10 to 15%, level 3, 10 to 15%. So, friends, I have, completed my CA. I have also completed my MBA from a premier B school in India, ISB Hyderabad. Believe me, 10 to 15% is not the weightage given to ethics in any of the other qualifications that I have obtained. CFA is hell bent on ethics, and their questions are also very twisted. It is actually a lot of fun. I mean, I know ethics is, as you enroll, you will realize that ethics, a lot of students feel it is boring topic, but believe me, it is. They take real life practical situations and ask you a question point blank, whether this is right or wrong. There is no grey. Okay, it is right or wrong. You have to give yes or no answer. So, that way it is extremely, focused on ethics. So, ethics is one topic or subject which is present across all 3 levels. But in level 1, if you see, you have about, what are the topics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In level 1, you have 10 topics. Same 10 topics get repeated in level 2. But when you come to level 3, all 10 topics are not there. You have, 3 to 4 topics. I think 3 topics are not there. Quantitative techniques, financial statement analysis, corporate issuers, these 3 are not there in level 3. All other topics are, the marks are distributed between balanced 6 topics. Okay, so and they give maximum weightage in level 3 to portfolio management and wealth planning. I told you, right, portfolio management is what I loved in CFA course per se, right. So, what are the topics that you cover in this? The topics are ethical and professional standards, quantitative methods, basically mathematics, economics, financial statement analysis, basically, some element of accounting, corporate issuers, okay, equity investments, fixed income, derivatives, alternative investments, portfolio management and wealth planning. And you see a lot of topics other than these 3 which are not there in level 3, which is this, quant, then FSA and corporate issuers. Balance 7 topics are common across all 3 levels. The level of difficulty and the depth of the subject increases as you move from level 1 to level 2, level 2 to level 3. The depth of the subject increases substantially, and it makes it, whatever you learn in level 1 is extremely relevant for you in level 2. Whatever you learn in level 2 is extremely relevant for you in level 3. So, it is a proper progression from one level to other. That is something that you have to remember. So, just because, it is not like our, schooling system where, I study something in class 10, then it is no longer relevant in 11. Or I study something in CA Inter, it is no longer relevant for me in final. No, it is not like that. All the topics, other than these 3, balance 7 topics are extremely important, extremely essential for somebody who is progressing from one level to another, because the depth as well as the knowledge and the complexity of question continuously increases. So, if your foundation is not strong or solid, you will face problems consecutively across various levels. Okay. So, friends, as we saw, these are the bunch of topics that are there in CFA, and more or less the topics have remained constant. You may have one topic plus minus, name change and all that for the last 10-15 years, but other than that, not much has actually happened in terms of names of the topics, but the depth of the topics has substantially changed. When I prepared for CFA versus what I am seeing today in the syllabi, there is what I studied probably in level 2 is now in level 1. Or what is studied in level 3 is now in level 2. So, they have kept up with times and they constantly update the syllabus. It is not like our other professional institutes in India or engineering colleges in India where syllabus is updated once in 5 years, 10 years. Here syllabus is updated every 2-3 years. Latest innovations, latest stuff, whatever is happening in the world of finance is actually always available in the syllabus or the course curriculum. Okay, now coming to employers. You see, I know some of you may have more doubts about exams. We will come and address them as we move forward. I have a list of FAQs, good quality FAQs, which cover all the questions that you may have. We will discuss that. But first, let us see what are the kinds of places where people can potentially be employed. So you can be employed in places like investment banks like Ambit or Citibank or BNP Paribas, Credit Suisse, CRISIL, a lot of places where large financial services players is where they are looking for hiring CFAs. Right now, if you come to FAQs, exactly that is where I was actually going to come at next.